Hey guys, in this tutorial we'll have a look at how to install Drupal Code Sniffer on Vim Editor. Now what is Drupal Code Sniffer? Drupal Code Sniffer checks your Drupal code against coding standards and other best practices. It may even fix your coding standard violations for you if you use the php cpf command from php Code Sniffer. Before we start, make sure that you have installed Vim Editor and of course PHP. You'll also need Composer for this tutorial as it will be used to download and install the necessary packages. You'll also need Brush. The first step would be to install the Vim plugin for Drupal, also known as Vim RC, on the project page. This will customize the Vim text editor for editing Drupal related files, and it will also get you the needed Vim configuration. So let's open up our terminal and download the Vim RC installation files with this command. Let's just paste it in, press enter. Right, it's been downloaded. Next, let's ask Drush for help about Vim RC install command. So this will output all the information about this command and will give you all the options, and will tell you what each option will do, etc. So let's just go ahead and install Vim RC now using Vim RC install. This will download all the files and install them for us. Now, Vim RC should also technically install Syntactic, Pathogen, as well as Fugitive, some Vim plugins that make your life easier while coding, but for some reason this no longer works, so we're going to have to reinstall Fugitive, Syntactic, as well as Pathogen after this installation is complete. So it should almost be over now. Right, next let's install Fugitive for Git integration. For that, we'll first install Pathogen, which will make installing both plugins a lot easier. Just paste this command from my blog in there. Oops, I forgot to remove the backslash. You guys won't get this problem. Once I finish the screencast, I'll update all the commands without issues. So let's wait for that to finish. Okay, next let's add this line to Vim RC. So for that, I'm going to open up our .vimrc file with home/vim.vimrc. Right, let's open them. We already see some lines that were added by our this installation earlier. So let's copy this line and paste it with Ctrl+Shift+V. Press Command+X to save and exit. Next, let's get Fugitive dubbed the best Git wrapper of all time, according to T-Pope, who happens to be the developer of the extension. So let's run this command. Oops, missed out a part here. Let's copy it, and of course I went too far. Copy and paste. Don't forget the space between the link and the command. Oops, looks like I missed out on something. Let's just add and right there. That should clone it for us. Let's wait for that to be over. Right, let's copy this command up next, paste it in, let's enter, and finally let's install Syntactic as a pathogen bundle. Syntactic is a Vim plugin that is, as the name suggests, it's a syntax checker basically, and it can use many. Okay, so this, I already did this step earlier, so it's showing me that it's already been installed. Let's just move on and install php Code Sniffer. Right, so yeah, Syntactic implements syntax checkers like php Code Sniffer into the Vim editor. So right now we're installing php Code Sniffer, and in php Code Sniffer you can use a lot of coding standards like PHP, Zend, Symfony. Okay, so it should be over soon. Alright, I'm installing version 2.9.1 as it's the highest one that's compatible with the current version of Coda. Now let's verify this has been installed with phpcs --version flag. Press enter, and we can see that indeed version 2.9.1 has been installed. Now let's install Drupal code. Right, let's just paste that in. Compose a global required Drupal/code 8.2.12. Wait for it to install. Should be over soon. Oh, this seems to be taking more time than usual. Alright, done. Next, let's run this command, which will automatically add the Drupal and Drupal practice standard to PHP Code Sniffer. So this should give us an output with something like, yeah, so this has given us something like PHP Code Sniffer config install path set to home/musks/blah blah blah. If it doesn't, then you should run this command, but we got it, so no issues. I'll just verify that Drupal coding standards have been added with phpcs and -i, the I flag. Alright, and you can see that indeed Drupal and Drupal practice are listed below. Now finally, let's add these lines to our .vimrc file, so I'm just gonna open that. Okay, oh wait, actually I'm not going to use Vim because it will automatically add quotes in front of all my lines, so I'm just going to use Gedit, the default text editor in Ubuntu, but you can use anything you want to, there's no issues. I'm just not using Vim for this one thing because it will cause a mess that will take time. So that's it. Actually, we have successfully installed Drupal Code Sniffer on Vim, and you'll automatically get error messages, if any, after each save in your status line. So first of all, let's check that phpcs along with Drupal code is working properly. So I'm going to head over to a project that I recently was having a look at to put on my site. So that's Drupal GIST input filter, and there should be a port around here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. So we'll just clone this repository. Let's just do that. Right, paste it in. Actually, let's just head over to home directory first. Yeah. Now let's just wait for that to finish. Right. Now let's get into that folder and run the command phpcs --standard is equal to Drupal and the file name, which is going to be src/plugin/filter/gist-filter.php. So what this will do is tell phpcs to check the coding standards while using the Drupal code standards package, and there we go. You can see quite a few errors here. We're saying namespace, classes, and interfaces should not begin with a file comment, and we can also see that there are these boxes for each error, and some of these boxes are marked with an X, and that denotes that these errors can automatically be fixed by PHP-CBF. PHP-CBF actually stands for PHP Code Beautifier and Fixer, by the way. So let's just do that for a second. PHP-CBF, the same way as before, standard is equal to Drupal, and enter the file name as well as where it is exactly relative to where I am right now. There we go, it fixed them. And let's run the phpcs command again to just see if it worked, and hopefully we should see a lot less errors this time. And there we go. So this is really amazing that we have this tool developed by the Drupal community that really allows us to speed up Drupal development and maintain strict coding standards. So that's it. Now let's try opening this file in the Vim editor and see if it works. So I'm gonna enter Vim. Oops, I don't know if you can see it. Something's obstructing it actually. Let's just minimize that. Yeah. Vim src / plugin / filter / guest filter, and let's do syntactic check. I believe this should be the right command, and yeah, there we go. It spotted something, and if we go through that line, you can see the marks right there on the left side of my terminal. And there we go, we can see the error down here in my status line. You can see that first of all, this is the fugitive part. Can you see it at the bottom of my screen at my status line? Fugitive will tell you at what branch of this project you are. So I'm in 8.x to 1.x branch right now. You can see the file name right there. You can see what type of file this is. So this is a PHP file. You can see where the repository is actually, where the syntax problem is, and down here you can see what the problem is exactly. So it tells you that a line exceeds 80 characters, it contains 103 characters. So it's really easy to fix this up. You just have to come over to the 80th column correctly. So this one is actually not possible to do that, so I'm going to go a bit backwards, press enter, and that's it. That's all that we had to do. Let's press escape and W to fix that error, and let's run syntactic check again. So don't forget that this is case sensitive, so S and C are both capital, and looks like we're getting another error this time, and that is that, oh yeah, I forgot. So it will also tell you that if there are trailing white spaces at the end of the line. So for example here, I missed out. Let's press W, and there we go, it disappeared. Now this line is cool. Further text should be yeah. So yeah, you can see a lot more errors here, which I fixed, by the way, in my patch. So that's it. Thanks for watching.